Hello, beautiful people. I'm Imelda Bell, and this is Echoes of the Elders, a series where we listen to the stories of elders whose hands have built, tended, and sustained our communities for generations. And today we are honored to have Priestess Yendez, who is a healer, a medicine woman, a spiritual teacher, a guide, all the marvelous things. And yeah, I'm just so grateful that you are here.
Thank you. Thank you. It is an absolute pleasure to be here. Thank you. And we are in nature's garden, and my element.
Yeah.
I'm honored.
Yeah, I'm honored you're here. This is our third guest. What a privilege.
Wow.
I'm so honored. And you are our youngest elder thus far. So
wow.
How are you feeling today?
Oh, I'm feeling really good. Can we talk about that, how we got here?
Yeah,
that bike ride?
Yeah.
We just biked like 15 miles, y'all, through Brooklyn.
We did,
to this beautiful oasis. And this is great for me because, what we're going to share about today and, my path, just being one of being out in nature, loving nature, always being called to this type of solitude, to recharge myself.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I love. Tell us who you are.
I'm Priestess Yendez Nefer-Atum. I've incorporated priestess in my name because I have been training as what we call an abut, a Kemetic priestess. I've studied holistic medicine with elders like Dr. Laila Africa, with Queen Afua, the priestess training under Baba Heru, Ankh Rasamaj Sepeta, our beloved honorable elder here in Brooklyn. I would say that my elders would probably say that I came to them being who I am.
I love.
I just learned names and terms for what I was already doing before I showed up in these spaces. Knowing what you call things, knowing what the foundation of what I was doing, knowing what they are, as far as going back to ancestry. And who we call ancestors is not necessarily the people, the immediate people in our family who transition, but ancestors are also deities. They're also orishas. They're guardians of the four directions. They're the Neteru in the ancient Egyptian cosmology, ancient Kemetic cosmology. So those are the ancestors, the spirit of the wind, the fire, water, earth, air, ether, all the elements. Those are the ancestors for me as well,
Yeah.
And different cultures have their different names for these deific forces. And who am I?
That's beautiful.
Who am I not?
Right. Oh.
Who am I not? I am the all. I'm the light, practicing different principles, practicing ma'at, because it's not perfection. We're here for an experience. So this person, this self with the spirit, illuminating it and inspiring it, is here having experience for the whole. And those experiences aren't always glamorous.
Yeah.
So I came in under the sign of Libra, a double Libra. So I have a balance, a really good balance of what could be considered the challenges and what can be considered the triumphs.
Yeah. Wow. I'm already inspired. Wow, that was amazing.
Thank you.
Honestly, and it allows me to even reflect on the journey that I'm on, right? And just to hear you say that you came in being who you already are, and then learning the terminology and the foundations, but everything was already there, and I feel like that's the journey that I'm on as well. So thank you for being the inspiration that you are, for real.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
that is amazing.
I realized that it was already there once I was learning what it is. It was just a matter of compartmentalizing certain things, like, oh, okay, I do that because I do that because I feel like this, because I think like that, because and so I hear a lot of people saying that they want to get back into their spiritual self or get back. You can't get far from it. It's whether you're listening or whether you're attuned to it, but it's not over there and you got to go and catch up to it.
Absolutely.
It's right where you can't you can't animate. You can't.
Absolutely.
You're not inspired. You can't really do anything
Yeah.
without that spirit. You know.
Yeah. So tell me about your early journey. What brought you into holistic healing?
Wow, what brought me into holistic healing? That's a broad one. Well, I would start with saying that I was born in Barbados, so just naturally born on an island,
Yeah.
you know, born in nature. I always say that my mother created a garden around our home, so my coming out was coming out into a garden. So it's not so much to say like gardening or being outside is not a new place for me.
Right.
I'm not getting into nature. I was born into nature.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And growing up in Barbados until about the age of 10, I just got to see my mother growing food, using things to help, you know, heal us, you know, different leaves and
Yeah.
different bush, you know, to put on your head or to put on your arms or your belly, just to, you know, to take away whatever ailment was going on with
Right.
us. And that is at my foundation, the core, just remembering that we can heal from nature.
Right.
You know, nature is our medicine cabinet. We can just go there and pick, pull, and things like that. My early journey began with my own search for balance. From a young age, I was fascinated by plants, remedies, and the way our elders carried wisdom in their hands and voices. I noticed how the natural world responded when we paid attention, and that inspired me also to walk a path of holistic healing. It wasn't a single moment, but it was a gradual awakening to the truth that nature has everything we need. Health was about community. Spirit was present in all things. The upbringing gave me the foundation to see life as interconnected.
I love that. So you've already given so much knowledge. Like, wow. And your teachers are people who so many people know, right?
Right.
I kind of want to go into that a bit more in regards to who were your teachers, and from those teachers, what has stayed with you?
Well, let's see. From all of the teachers, it's just being human and letting people know that even though you have some knowledge of self, and even though you have some knowledge of spiritual practice and the elements and some history and things like that, some geography, that you are also a human having this experience. You have a family, you have business, you know, and that you are doing your best to practice and to be that light. And not always being on your soapbox, telling people what to do, but practicing it within yourself, that people can see that you're doing something, that they would want to come and ask you, and that they would trust your answer. You know, so this is what I learned from my teachers, that, you know, be human. Don't be like so far ahead that you're unapproachable. All my teachers are so approachable. You know, they have been so approachable to the point where I've had Dr. Laila Africa in my home, you know, asking him questions and him reaffirming for me that he was like, you already know this stuff. You know this stuff, you know, look at who you are.
What a gift.
You know, what a gift, you know, but
to be reminded.
it's kind of like being in school, like, you know, it's a big deal if your teacher comes to your house, you know, you're doing something right, you're not in trouble, you know, it's a big deal. You know, I've had pretty much all my teachers in my home.
Wow.
Yeah, because I've created a temple in my home.
Yeah.
So
I know you mentioned a couple names. Are there any other teachers that you'd like to share with us?
Elders in my community, herbalists, spiritual guides, and everyday people who live close to the earth are my teachers. The wisdom that stays with me most is the simple things like listen. Listen deeply. Listen to the plants. Listen to the whispers on the wind. Listen to your body. Listen to your ancestors, and listen to the silence. That teaching continues to guide me in my work today.
So your life's work is healing, right?
Right.
And that's been that way for decades upon decades upon decades.
Right.
It starts with the Curry Shell Center, and then goes into Ancient Blend Apothecare.
Right.
A lot of people who know you do know about the Curry Shell Center, but people on Tompkins and whatnot, they may not know about that aspect. So can you tell us a little bit more?
It's true.
Yeah.
It's different. different lifestyles and different lifetimes, it
Yeah.
feels like. Because when I actually started the Cowrie Shell Center
Yeah.
out of my home, it wasn't necessarily a business. I was doing something because I knew from an early age that I didn't want to work for anyone.
Right.
So I already had training in hair care,
Right.
and that comes natural. I feel like there is some serious ancestry that goes all the way back to West Africa with
Yeah.
people actually. We're the ones who took care of people's hair. We're the ones who
Yeah.
made the products for people's hair. And it's just coming through my family lineage because my father was into hair. He was a barber. I have a brother now who is a barber.
Wow.
My sister was into hair care at some point.
Wow.
And then me.
The whole family.
The whole family. My mother,
Okay,
not
yeah.
too much, but I
Right.
mean, she cared for our hair. But it wasn't like the way that we've made a business out of it,
Yeah.
you know. I had training from Wilford Academy. Some people know about that from
Yeah.
downtown Brooklyn years ago in the 80s.
Yeah.
Some people was like, what is that?
Right. Right.
You know.
So the very beginning was doing hair,
Right.
correct?
Right.
In your home.
Right.
Tell me a bit more in regards to how it expanded.
Okay. Conversations with the customers,
Yeah.
their needs. You start to notice things as a hair care person, and anybody who does hair will notice this. You start to notice that maybe the person's hair is breaking. You notice that there are thinning spots in different areas. It actually, just to go forward a little bit, it actually took me studying holistic medicine with Dr. Africa to let me know what those areas of the scalp meant if a person's hair wasn't growing in the middle of the head, on the sides of the head, or the back of the head, that actually related to organs.
Yeah.
So going back now, being open to wanting to, I was using products from the beauty supply store,
Right.
but also noticing when you have consistent customers and you're having them use a certain thing that not much is changing. So I started being open to the idea of, there's books, you know, reading books from the health food store about dabbling in making your own oils.
Right.
Well, as I started to try to make my own oils and make my own products, I was open to the universe.
Yeah.
Downloading, now we call it download, but it was almost as if my imagination just opened and it was being poured into like guidance to use this, and this is going to be good for the hair, and this is going to help. So I would just naturally just followed what was being given.
Right.
And like I said, we call them downloads now,
Yeah.
but there was no real name for what was happening, just following divine guidance.
You're just listening.
I was just listening.
Yeah. So I know the Cowrie Shell Center was a center, right? So different things were happening. Outside of hair care, what else was in the space?
Well, I invited people for things like wellness talks. I remember one of the things was back around Y2K, people were worried about like what to do, things like that. So brought people in for talks on taking care of themselves naturally. Also did counseling.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Whether it's health and wellness, whether it's just teaching people how to meditate, how to, you know, take better care of themselves.
Right.
And all I was doing was sharing the knowledge that I learned from the other teachers, know how to package it in a way that is simple and easy for people to follow without them being overwhelmed and giving up on taking care of themselves. I would make things very simple. Like, if I can do it, you can do it too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So today, now it's all about Ancient Blends Apothecare.
Right. And Ancient Blends, coming out of the Cowrie Shell Center, that was born out of spirit knowing that something big was coming down the road, what we call the global shutdown.
Yeah.
And I was blessed with this beautiful space right under my apartment. And I've had at least one other space where I lived upstairs. My domestication was upstairs, and I had my business downstairs for hair care.
I love that.
And then in the middle space, I had a space where I would invite women three Sundays out of the month to have a sacred meditation.
Oh, I love.
Yeah. And always making space for community and gathering and communing together. So here's this opportunity 3 months before the shutdown. I'm blessed with this beautiful space. Well, it wasn't beautiful. We had to make it beautiful, but it had the potential to be. And Ancient Blends, the product
Yes.
is what it says it is. They are ancient blends,
Right.
ancient things that ancestors put together to take care of their skin, to take care of their hair. So they told me to call it just that. Call it
Yeah.
what it is.
I
They're
love
ancient
that.
blends.
Right.
And then the beautiful space that you would put it in would be the apothecary. It's a play on the word apothecary,
Right.
a storehouse for medicine,
Yeah.
a storehouse for healing. So I put care on it because this is where you're gonna purchase goodies. You're gonna purchase plant-based goodies to
Yeah.
care for yourself and your family.
Yeah.
I only open 3 days a week, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. We've read the room, we've read the streets, we've read Tompkins Avenue, and for what it is that I'm doing, it's not that busy Monday to Thursday.
Right.
Friday is a good gauge
Right.
into the weekend. We've become a must-see, must-visit, a go-to spot,
Yeah.
you know, for Brooklyn, Manhattan, for all the boroughs.
Yeah.
And we get people from everywhere.
I love.
And again, still the word of mouth, still each one teach one.
Yeah.
With the advent of social media, we've had a lot of beautiful help
Yeah.
with pointing the spotlight to the community, to
Yeah.
Tompkins Avenue via the Open Street Tompkins Merchants Association.
Right.
And yeah, we're holding our own.
Absolutely.
We're thriving. We're successful.
Yes.
And successful, not necessarily, you know, for me, I've been a millionaire because I work for myself.
I love.
Not because that millions is in my bank account.
Absolutely.
For me, it's not that.
Yeah.
I've been a millionaire in having my freedom
Right.
and working when I choose to.
Right.
I'm not feeling like I have to do the grind in that way.
Right.
I mean, there was that time, but at a certain age and this time in my life, it's nice to be able to flow.
I love that. So how do you see your products more than just commerce?
Because Ancient Blends are healing tools offered to us in the form of cosmetic.
Right.
Ancient Blends, each one of them is a ritual.
Yeah.
They're offered to you ready, they're prepared, they're ready to go. Just use them.
Yeah.
Preparation, some things you have to steep, some things you have to warm,
Yeah.
you know, and this is self-care. This is taking time.
Yeah.
This is ritual. Yeah, this is not just slathering on and running out the door.
Right.
These products, I feel, are designed for you to slow down, take your time, care for yourself, you know, honor yourself, give yourself grace.
Right.
When you put them on, when you massage your scalp and you feel that warm oil, it's like, take your time and breathe.
I love that.
Yeah.
Would you say this is another form of meditation?
It's another form of meditation. So commerce is gonna come,
Yeah.
you know, because people are gonna feel so good when they use these products that they're gonna want more.
Right.
We don't make huge vats. We don't offer huge vats of things.
Yeah.
We make things that if you're using this properly, you get a couple of weeks, you get a couple of months,
Right.
you're gonna be back.
Yeah.
There's a built-in consistency there for the use of this product. So there's where the commerce is at.
Yeah.
And then you feel so good using it that you want to share it with your family members. You want to share it with friends.
Yeah.
Friends are checking you out and they're like, wait a minute, you know, your hair, your skin, your this, you know, what are you using?
Right.
And then there's that currency
I love
flowing
that.
again.
So the intention is really in serving the community, serving the people, and everything
Exactly.
comes from there.
Exactly,
Yeah, That's
exactly.
beautiful. So what inspires the teas, the hair care, the body care that you make?
Wellness, overall wellness, inside out,
Yeah.
from head to toe. It's about the internal showing up on the external,
Yeah.
and each of the products are like a prescription.
Right.
They are a prescription for beauty and for healing. Each product is a prayer. I draw inspiration from ancestral recipes, dreams, the seasons. There are actual products that are seasonal. The conversations I have with the customers, conversations I have with the herbs. And when I say that, it's not like woo-woo. It's a vibration. It's a vibration that you'll get in using with a certain herb and walking out in nature and communing with that herb.
Right.
They tell me what to combine, how to balance them, because I don't measure anything. It's like when you're cooking.
Right.
You just You can taste something. For me, I smell. I smell when it's ready.
Right.
Yeah. So that sense, my sense of smell is really, really strong because it can differentiate between whether it's a butter, whether it's an oil, how much of this essential oil, how much less, how much more. If I go too far, what base to add more of. There's some serious spiritual chemistry going on, okay?
Oh my
You
gosh.
know, you make products, you know.
Some of the things that came to me as you were speaking, just about how you make your creations, right? I love that spirit is so much a part, you know, and in a world where so many people are becoming herbalists now, and there's like the folk medicine, well, the folk herbalist versus like the science herbalist, and I think both are imperative in that. I love that you have the foundation, yet spirit is still the foundation of everything that you do, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I think it's just really beautiful. Like, I think honestly, for me, I've resonated with people who tap in to spirit versus just the books, you know? Because we see it all the time where people go to school and they trust the doctor, but yet the doctor doesn't know what they're talking about. They just know from the text,
and
right?
they're still practicing. They're still practicing, and you know, they practice on their patients, unfortunately. There are so many people that we can all help without it being, oh, I can't do this because they're doing it. I can't do this because...
There's no scarcity in this work.
Right, no scarcity. You just do it all with respect and honor of those who came before us, those whose shoulders we stand on, those whose feet we sat at, you know, and those whose presence we were graced to be in the midst of during this time. So I definitely honor, you know, my elders, my teachers. I'd be remiss sitting all out here in nature and not speak the name of Mama Tyoma, who is my wild foods mentor, wild food plants mentor. And I'm like looking at all of the wild medicine here that we're amongst. And I definitely have to, you know, give her prayers and honors to, you know, for her patience and guidance with the community and teaching us what was taught to her as well, you know, by her elders.
Something that stood out to me was the fact that you have been trained in the right formula measurements, right? Yet you still allow spirit to guide you. Some people are so harsh with stick to the formula, you know, and then, for real, people are like, stick to the formula, stick to the formula. And I love that you are so free with it, you know? And honestly, I feel as though I've seen the benefits of the freedom to play, you know, and to allow a different way of being outside of the strict books.
Because everything is always becoming. Even we are constantly becoming. And I have definitely not stuck to the formula with ancient blends. And what you receive is what you need, the different levels of. Maybe one time there's more of something, there's less of something, and maybe this batch that you get, this is exactly what you need at that time. I have tried to stick to the formula. There was a time I tried, and I messed up so badly. I messed up so badly because there was no flow. It was mechanical. I started putting the wrong things in the wrong things because my brain was engaged where pushed out my spirit. And you have to be able to take the head off the shoulders, sit it on the side, and allow spirit to sit on your shoulders and guide you. And you have to trust that you're going to get where you're going to go. And I've lived a lifestyle and a lifetime so far of trusting.
I love that. Because God is within all of us, right? And I think in the society we're so quick to say, oh no, that's wrong, this is right, that's wrong, this is right. For real. When ultimately we don't, everything is neutral, right? And everything is coming from the God within us. So if we don't allow that to speak for us, then what are we actually doing?
Exactly. And creation, we're creation, and we're creatives. So where does the creating happen if we are so stiff with it? I've heard the old story about the scholars who got together outside under a tree and gave themselves PhDs, gave each other PhDs. I think that's the story. So we have to trust that we can give ourselves PhDs as well.
Absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
PhDs and what we're good at, and I don't have to be good at what you're good at.
Yeah.
That's your forte, and you don't have to be good at what I'm good at. But we can appreciate, love it
Yeah, I love
in each other. You know what you do, what makes you shine. We don't all have to be the same.
Right.
You know,
I love that.
And once we get over feeling like, oh, I don't look like so and so, or I don't dress like so and so. When we get over that, the dynamic being that we're put here to be can really shine through.
I love that.
You know, we're put here to be so dynamic. I'm really happy this lifetime that I get to experience it in this way. And it definitely has not been any bowl of cherries.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of pits, but I've also learned that I teach from those pits because it's the journey.
Yeah.
And it's also the destination, because people can see I represent a destination. I represent a destination, walking through the mountains and climbing through the challenges.
Yeah.
That this could be the destination.
Absolutely.
This has been it for me, and it could be it for you as well.
Beautiful.
Or you just have to keep your head up, keep breathing, you know, and doing the best that you can. Resting is so important. It's laying down. It's becoming horizontal. It's being still. What's up next for me is a book that I've been working on for the past 4 years. And it's about eldership for women moving through the station of menopause. In this society, that word, it has such a heavy negative connotation for women, that women hide this part, this great chapter of our lives. Women run from it, women hide, women are trying to cure it, they're trying to heal it. You don't cure and heal menopause, you experience menopause. Receiving your crown, you know, receiving this crown that life is giving you. And so my book is hopefully coming out before the end of this year. And it speaks to honoring this next level of our lives as women, as healers, as mothers. We've done the work, and now it's time for us to come home to ourselves, to accept the fire, which is the fire of menopause, the heat. Accept it as burning away the things that we no longer need, because it's going to be beautiful. We weren't taught that it is going to be beautiful, but trust me when I tell you, it's like this. It's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Ashe.
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 Where can we find the book?
Well, follow me on my socials, Facebook at Priestess Yendez, Nefer-Atum, on Instagram at Ancient Blends Apothecary. It would definitely be sold at the Apothecary, and on my website, shopancientblends.com, will definitely be carrying my books.
Yes, and I'm going to link everything below as well, so you'll be able to tap and click and find everything as well. As a priestess, how has your work shaped the community? And for some people who may be watching and don't know what it means to be a priestess, can you kind of share a little bit about that?
Well, one who is initiated, and for me, there are different types of priestesses. I happen to be one who is an earth steward, a steward of the earth, a respecter of the land. I studied with a high priest. We call him Baba Heru, Angrasa Ma Sepata. I've studied with, again, Queen Afua. These people are the people here in our communities who are holders or have been holders of shrines. And so as a student, as an initiate, you know, there are levels. You come in just as the 101 student, but then there's elevations. You become the practitioner, then you become the priestess. Priestesshood deepened my sense of responsibility. It taught me discipline, humility, and the necessity of service. My work is not just about herbs, about producing products, about managing a store. It's about guiding people back to themselves. It's about guiding them back to spirit. Being a priestess for me has given me the language and the structure to hold space for the transformation of others. It answers a spiritual hunger that technology and consumerism just cannot and does not satisfy.
So you're about to turn 60. How did I know? Wow. You don't. You definitely don't look it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thoughts are food. What I'm feeding myself about what becoming 60 means.
Yeah.
I've been excited about all the ages, becoming all the ages. Like when I turn one age, like if it was 40, I'd be telling people I'm 41,
that.
you know, and when I turned 50, it was like, oh, I'm 51. You know, I've been just feeling the elevation.
Yeah.
And now for 60 has me in deep contemplation to the point where I have not yet planned a celebration per se. It's more contemplative. You know, my mother transitioned when she was 61.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so 60 for me is a lot of reflecting. A lot of reflecting. It's a lot of what happens after 60.
Right.
You know, what is the, what do they call it when you work in corporate and you have a 9 to 5? The retirement.
Yeah.
And not necessarily that I stop doing what I'm doing, but what is the retirement plan? What next? Well, what I seem to be into right now is writing.
Yeah.
I'm finally aligned with my number 3 life path of the writer. And it's like that's all I think about writing.
Right.
I sleep thinking, I go to sleep writing.
Right.
I wake up and get back into writing.
I love that.
So I see my offerings where people can read.
I love.
You know, I see lots more of that because pretty much what's happening now with the store, it's running on its own wheels.
Right.
So that is affording me time to think about what else for me at 60. You know, writing, showing up in places to meet people, to sit down and have conversations. I see rooms, auditoriums of people for a book signing or something, you know,
that's beautiful.
talking about pages of the book and discussing and what do you call it? Like
panels or
panels
talks,
and talks. I see more of that.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be recognized as an elder at this age?
It tickles me.
Yeah.
And I'm super honored to show up in that light.
Yeah.
That I've been guided to live my life this way, that I came to this earth at this time to fulfill this experience. I am elated. I am delighted.
Yes.
I have to pinch myself every once in a while when like a young person is revering me in such a way because I still feel very much like that young person. You know, I still feel very much like that person who is talking to me. And sometimes I have to realize that even though I'm feeling like this about myself, that person that's standing in front of me, that's not what they see. You know, and I have to hurry up and be serious for them. You know, and be like, okay, that's what you see. This is the person, this is the body in front of you, this is the experience in front of you, and share. Yeah.
And even being yourself, I think it shows like a different way of being an elder, that it doesn't have to be so like
stoic,
rigid, and stoic, right? It can be fun and playful and, you know, like creative and all the things that you want.
Like also,
we just biked here.
Yeah. 15 miles.
15 miles. 60?
Yeah.
I mean, I want to be biking until I'm 120.
And this time was so much easier than the first time you brought me. I was doing a little huffing and puffing and a lot more getting off the bike. But this time, the work that I've done on myself, and that was what, a month ago?
Yeah, that was a month ago.
A bit over a month ago.
Yeah.
I feel so much stronger in my body, you know?
Love that.
Yeah, so much more fortified in my body. And it could be mental. It could be mental that, you know, I was so excited about this and the momentum of being here, but whatever it was,
it got you here.
It got me here, and it got me here with ease. And thank you.
Thank you. So what does the word elder mean to you personally?
Well, to me, elder means one who carries wisdom with humility, one who serves as a living archive, and one who is there to uplift the community through presence and through guidance. I believe elderhood is a combination. Age brings perspective, but wisdom and service are earn the respect. of being called elder. One can be old without being an elder. True eldership requires responsibility to the community.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. So you've done so much work within the community, healing work specifically. What do you hope the next generation takes from the work you've done with the Curry Shell Center as well as Ancient Blends Apothecare?
I trust that they will know and take away that healing is inside them. The ability for them to heal themselves is inside them. And that they would gather a storehouse of wellness. One of my teachers, Dr. Africa, used to say, if we can catch colds and catch diseases and things like that, can we catch healthy? How do we catch healthy? We prepare the body, use ancient blends, use the herbs. The earth and the land is abundant.
Absolutely.
So what I want them to take away is, what I wish for them to take away is, they have the power and the ability. The wisdom is there. Many of our greats have paved the way and left the information. It is logged in our DNA. We can log back in to ourselves. Disconnect from the things that pull them away from truly being themselves, and know that their spirits are not, it's not something that they have to go chase after. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and with that, I kind of want to, you said disconnect, right? Disconnect from things that distract them.
Right.
In a world that is so full of distractions right now and just speed and go, 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 like, for the people who don't know how to just stop and pause, what would you recommend?
A vacation. Well, break down the word vacate. The station of doing the ordinary, the station of doing the mundane. Vacate, leave that, go back into nature, go back to the land, you know, and learn from the land, learn from nature, tap in, tap back in, you know, be still, be quiet, listen inward. The voice didn't stop talking. Your higher self didn't stop talking to you, to us. We just stopped hearing, you know, and there's a lot of noise replacing. We are the ones we're waiting for. We're waiting for ourselves to return home to ourselves.
I love that. Yeah. Wow. Whew. This has been a beautiful talk. I'm so happy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
My last question for you is, so our last question that we like to pose to everybody is, what message do you believe echoes long after you?
She did it. I can do it.
Yeah.
And she did it. She did it humbly. She did it gracefully. She did it with pure creative energy from inside. She trusted that she could, and she did. She trusted that she could, and she did.
That is beautiful.
Even when others didn't trust that she could.
Yeah, this notion of being who you are before the world, you know.
Right. The notion of go get a real job. Because that was also uttered to me at different points in the journey. Like, what are you doing? You know, go get a real job. This is the real job that real jobs come out of. Because there have been people, there are people asking me for a job now.
I love that.
You know, how is that? You know, and when we went into shutdown, the people who knew that I've been working at home all along started to seek me out. Like, how did you do it? How did you create these different spaces within the space? Like, how you show up professionally and you're at home in your pajamas? I never showed up for my work in my pajamas. I always got up working at home for over 3 decades, always showed up professionally. Home was always professional, no dishes in the sink, things weren't hiding, the place was clean. My home looks like Ancient Blends. I'm able to reflect that outside because that's what inside looks like.
That's the word. Write it down.
It's the truth. It's the real deal.
Well, thank you so much for this beautiful time. I'm so honored to have spoken with you and heard all your wisdom.
I'm honored to be a part of the echoes of the elders. You know, this is good work. This is good work, you know. You're doing the work of the ancestors. You are their bright shining star. Okay? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes.
Wow.